You dealing with a young 20-year-old conniving, manipulative, low-down, white. I'm talking about a dirty. You all know better, Shannon. Much as you talking, like you say you won't even get on the elevator with a woman by yourself. How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old, damn near teeny bop, little old young white get you 50 mil?
Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your get your old out there that can love you. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember, I told you the story from when I'm in the park.
Charleston White has gone all in on Shannon Sharpe, holding nothing back following the rumored $23 million hush settlement and his abrupt departure from ESPN. Charleston is making it clear he believes Shannon is responsible for his own downfall. And yes, according to him, it's all over a white woman. The internet is running with it, and Shannon's reputation is taking heavy hits. If you've been keeping up, you likely saw reports of Shannon being let go from ESPN shortly after quietly settling that massive $50 million lawsuit. Many saw this coming. For months, there's been talk that the Gabriela Zuniga situation was far messier than it appeared publicly. This was the lawsuit filed by an OnlyFans model who accused Shannon of misconducting, causing her significant emotional distress, and allegedly physically assaulting her. That's not the kind of accusation that disappears quietly. Things escalated further when she released an alleged phone conversation between herself and Shannon. In that recording, Shannon didn't exactly sound like someone completely in the clear, coming across as loud, aggressive, and, at times, with a tone that some felt bordered on abusive.
Everything I say, you're just gonna get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Not long after, Shannon addressed the matter online, firmly denying all allegations. He described the lawsuit as an attempted shakedown, insisting the encounter was entirely consensual. He also claimed attorney Tony Busby was targeting wealthy black men, pointing out that Busby had previously gone after figures like Jay-Z and Diddy. Shannon stated that he intended to file a countersuit for defamation.
This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down.
Reports now claim Shannon paid $23 million to quietly close the lawsuit. Sources say the case was settled privately for that amount. Interestingly, insiders allege that when the lawsuit was first filed, Shannon had already offered Gabriela $10 million, but she declined, insisting she had evidence and documentation. In the end, she secured the $23 million settlement, left her OnlyFans career behind, and walked away financially set. Charleston White, never one to hold back, is voicing what many people have been thinking. He's not just criticizing Shannon, he's questioning his choices directly. His main point: if Shannon was truly innocent, why settle for such a large sum? If this was really a false setup, why pay at all? Charleston even used Shannon's past statements against him, reminding everyone that Shannon has publicly said he avoids situations that could lead to trouble, like not riding elevators with white women. Now, Charleston points out Shannon was allegedly in a gym wearing sweatpants without underwear, allowing a 20-year-old white woman to get physically close to him.
No better, Shannon. Much shit is you talking, like you say you won't even get on the elevator with a woman by yourself. How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old, damn near teeny bop, little old young white get you 50 mil? You offered a pink toe Peckerwood 10 million. Boy.
Charleston argued that none of this adds up. In his view, Shannon distanced himself from the streets and the black community long ago, stopped associating with the people he came up with, traded in casual life for corporate suits, and believed the system wouldn't turn on him. But now, Charleston says it's caught up with him. He called Shannon unwise for thinking he was too clever to get trapped. Instead of dealing with women who understood the lifestyle, like women from the neighborhood or those in strip clubs, Shannon, according to Charleston, got involved with someone who had every reason to turn the situation in her favor.
I'm the unk with the game. That's why I stay at the strip club with real. When you dealing with whole problems, you ain't got these problems. You dealing with these little just trying to hit a lick. You dealing with a young 20-year-old conniving, manipulative, low-down, white. I'm talking about a dirty, funky.
When it comes to the lawsuit, Charleston highlighted that Gabriella isn't even the same woman involved in Shannon's controversial Instagram Live incident last September. To him, this points to a pattern, not a coincidence. Now, Shannon is in damage control, offering apologies and positioning himself as a victim. For those tuned in, you might recall Shannon's public apology after his ESPN exit, where he addressed his brother Sterling, asking forgiveness for overshadowing his Hall of Fame induction since the firing happened just before the event. He also told fans he was sorry for his mistakes and for letting them down.
Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week, and really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so, as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me when I was at ESPN and every place that I've...
Charleston, however, dismissed the apology entirely, calling it medicine after death. He insisted Shannon should have taken Monique's advice to stay away from young women, warning that they were simply waiting for an opportunity to take advantage the moment he slipped.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your get your old out there that can love you. You're trying to hang out with these young and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Monique even warned him directly, telling Shannon to leave white women alone. But he brushed it off, laughing like nothing could touch him. He believed he was in control, but Charleston says the reality is he was the one being played.
Get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan
There
Majors.
you go. Come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbits down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that, and remember I told you the story from when I'm in the park.
Charleston has never been a supporter of Shannon from the start. In his view, Shannon held some resentment toward him because Charleston spoke openly without holding back. He's been calling out NFL players for years, labeling them as big knave football players. He even criticized Deion Sanders, comparing him to a modern-day Bill Cosby, claiming they both played the role of a perfect public figure while staying disconnected from the real culture.
Well, Shannon Sharpe, he really don't like me. I done call all the football players, man, big old dumb stupid ass. So I done offended and insulted everybody. Yeah. But you gotta understand, homie, I done said some horrible things about Dion and the boys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this an alumni.
Yeah, that's why.
I said some horrible things about Dion is the modern day Bill Cosby and them boys is Theo Huxtable and yeah, man.
Yeah,
He's the modern day of that. You know, this is who we, you know, so we idolize this family. Dion is the ideal father in the black community. This is, yeah. So, and here I am attacking him in his toe in his boy.
Shannon, according to Charleston, couldn't stand that. He didn't like Charleston speaking bluntly while he maintained a polished corporate image. But Charleston says he never cared. His stance was clear. Once you leave the streets, you're out of touch. And now, in his eyes, Shannon is paying for it. Not only has he lost his job, but some insiders claim he may have also lost a $100 million media deal he was building all over one woman. It's important to note Shannon wasn't just another sports commentator. He was a full-scale brand with podcasts, endorsements, and major media opportunities lined up. Now, all of that is in jeopardy because Charleston argues Shannon didn't take a moment to think. One wrong move with the wrong person, and it's unraveling. People in the streets are saying Shannon ended up losing more in this lawsuit than he earned during his entire NFL career. Others mocked him for paying an OnlyFans model as if she were a Super Bowl champion. And according to Charleston, this could have all been avoided if Shannon had followed old school street wisdom instead of chasing youth and looks. Now, looking at the reaction, one commenter put it harshly, saying he paid her more than he made in his NFL career. No way he's not guilty of something. Another wrote, Shannon, this could have all been avoided if you just listened to Captain Monique. Someone else was more blunt, saying they still don't understand how he doesn't get it, adding, learn to stay quiet sometimes. You brought this on yourself. For many, the biggest disappointment isn't even the $23 million payout. It's the fact that everything Shannon built after his NFL career now has a visible crack in it. And in this industry, those cracks aren't easy to repair, especially when you no longer have the streets in your corner. So the question remains, did Shannon set himself up by chasing the wrong type of relationship, or is Charleston just stirring controversy like he always does? Is this karma finally catching up, or was it a calculated setup from the start? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you value straightforward conversation, hit the like button, subscribe, and check out the next video on your screen.